know her as the original Annie. You know her from State Fair. Today we are talking with Andrea McArdle. Andrea, so you're going to be coming to Feinstein's 54 Below. When will you be there?
I am. I'm going to be there Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 6th, and 7th. And this one's a different show. It's a little bit of a departure. We're going way back to the late 70s. We just celebrated the 45th, unbelievable, 45th anniversary of Annie. So this next showing at Feinstein's is going to be a big Anniversary party. So I'm actually doing songs that I've never, ever done outside of the show. So it's going to be really interesting. We're kind of, taking it back. I have some really special guest stars, some of the original girls, and maybe a few surprises. We have some incredibly talented offspring.
Wow.
It's not my own, so I can keep bragging on it.
What song are you looking most forward to sharing with the audience?
Some of the lesser known one song that has never been done by a girl. We researched and trolled everywhere. I don't think a woman or a girl has ever sung Something Was Missing. And we're going to be doing that. And, every time I pull out some of these Annie tunes, every single aspect, the orchestration, the instrumentation, the actual, composition, it's top tier Broadway material. And it's just a pleasure to do it. Even after all these years, it still feels so crisp and fresh, and it's uplifting. And that's what you go to a Broadway musical for, and you're going to get it here, whether you like it or not.
What song shows the most of your heart in the show?
I would have to say the one that always breaks my heart is Maybe. You walk a mile, and how many children have that situation, and you never really know what you have until you don't have it. And so it's very hard for a nuclear family and children who have everything, every opportunity and all the ingredients, and then when you don't, it's still to this day, even as a kid, it used to break my heart, because you do, my mom was like, well, you put yourself in an orphan's position, and you don't have to be experienced as an actor. I mean, it's empathy, compassion, and that song, it still slays me. So I'm actually doing that with my best girlfriend, who is my successor, Shelley Bruce. And we were friends before the show, and she had broken her arm, and we made sure she got up to the Goodspeed Opera House to meet Martin Chardin and Tom Meehan and Charles Strauss. And little did they know that was going to be my successor, this little kid with a cast up there. And she ends up getting into the show, becoming the original Kate, and then taking on the role of Annie. So all of the girls have such great stories. And the cool thing is that most of them aren't in the business anymore, but it just feels like, it's that of power, each supporting each other. And I think Martin Chardin was one of the first. He was probably 25 years ahead of his time. We've seen, groups of guys and groups of boys, Fagan's boys and all that, but you never had that. And so it kind of was, he was very much all about women's lib and empowering women, and always had strong women everywhere around. And so, it really was, it's nice to look back, and, we're going to get our Annie Jam on with a few of the, happy, You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile. That's one Annie doesn't get to do in the show. So the poor stagehands used to have to watch me do it every night in the wings.
What memory from Annie changed your life more than anything else?
Well, I had come from television, and, I was incredibly lucky to land a contract part on Search for Tomorrow. And I literally was super green, super new. And I think going to theater, I think the most incredible experience was the way, no matter what age you are, no matter what form you come in, or what sex or what you believe in, you are respected. You sign in at the door, your parents aren't allowed in, and every single aspect of theater I loved from the get-go. And it's, no one's getting rich. I love the process. I love the art form. And that's really my favorite thing about the business is the process. So I'd say you're in it for the right reasons, because I love all the hiccups and all the troubles and all the challenges, and and then see it come to fruition. And sometimes it, not the way you want it to turn out, but then other times you have a golden existence in something such as Annie. So it's such an incredibly important part of my life. And no matter how old it is, it still feels so vibrant and fresh, if I'm talking about the material or the people. So the whole experience, I'm very fortunate, because lots of kids don't have that kind of they don't have happy stories. A lot of adults don't have happy stories. So in the end, it's still a business, but I'd pick it over anything else or any other medium in show business any day, because everyone's down to earth, everybody works hard, and everybody's a cog in the wheel. There's no room for egos. And I mean, well, we all have to have that, but we have to tuck it away for a while. So it's still it keeps me coming back to theater.
What roles have you not been able to take on that you would love to play?
You got an hour?
Yeah. No.
What roles? Gosh, there are so many. The Witch and Into the Woods. Really always wanted to do Kiss of the Spider Woman. My years aren't up yet. Take note of that. And on top of my bucket list from the time I saw her in the original, Angela Lansbury 3 times, and then my co-star Dorothy Loudon 3 times. Sweeney Todd. If I just get to do Mrs. Lovett in a great production, I will most definitely die happy.
What songwriters have you not worked with that you would really like to sing their material?
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Lin-Manuel. I mean, he's on top of my mind because he's unstoppable. I love the authenticity. I love what's happening for him, to him, and for everybody in this community. I've always sweated Billy Joel and his compositions, and they do remind me of theatrical compositions, their stories. It's why everybody loves country music and is taken to it like wildfire, because it's about people, it's about stories. It's why you go to theater. It's why you go see plays. And it's I always call it pop music, which I love as much as the next person, ear candy. But when it's a story and you can be invested with your mind and your heart, it's a way deeper experience.
They say that eyes are the windows of the soul, but I think songs are. What song or cycle of songs decides who you are as a person?
What cycle of songs you mean, listening to?
More than one. What song describes you? You can have one, or you can have more than one.
Okay. Well, maybe Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That would always be in the mix. Let's see. Well, that's a good question. If there's a wrong way to do it, nobody does it like me. Little Cy Collin right there. Lovable, but a day in the life of Andrea. You want some drama? You want a lot going on? It'll be exciting. It'll be mayhem, but fun. That's one.
And the last question, what haven't we asked you that you would like our audiences to know about you?
I don't really think anything. I am amazed, after this is my 50th year in show business. I look back and my Screen Actors Guild card was from 1972. It's weird, but I'm sorry, I forgot the question.
What would you like our audiences to know about you that you've never had a chance to be able to say?
Probably the most thing is, you have to understand as an artist and an actor who you are to people. You can fight it, you can over muscle it, you can try to choose who you want to be, but you are who you are to the public. And once you make peace with that, it's a lot nicer. But for somebody who is a child actor who can't be a child anymore, who's known for that, it's very interesting to have to reinvent yourself 2, 3, 4 times. So yeah, but I think everybody knows everything about me. But if there's one thing, Annie wasn't the only thing I can do. Tomorrow's not the only song I can sing. That's not the only person or, role that you want to be remembered by, especially when you did that at the very beginning. And there's been so much good work. Maybe the right people haven't seen it, but the public has. So it's often the public that chooses ultimately, how we feel about people. So I don't think I've ever been a critical darling, because the stuff that I've gotten raves over were probably well deserved from everyone. But I don't think I've been given the credit because I'm Annie to people. So it'll be really nice to do something as a mature woman that never want to erase it, but that will be pertinent and more mature. It'll make me feel I'll probably act more mature.
And when are you playing at Feinstein's 54 again?
May 5th, 6th, and 7th at 7 o'clock, and Saturday evening. It's the first time I'm going to be streaming. So if you can't get there, it's a wonderful opportunity, because if you want to get an Annie Jam on, this is the show to go to.